What is up everyone, today we're taking a look at the team that brought me up to 3374 rating and the number 22 spot on the global leaderboard. The team is Shadow Lapras, Shadow Crobat and Roserade. The reasoning behind this team is that I was just seeing a lot of leads weak to Lapras like Dragonites and Nidoqueen, so leading it seems like a solid option. I'm going with Shadow myself, just because I don't have a regular Lapras with Skull Bash. My regular Lapras actually still has Ice Beam and I don't really want to make another one. As you can see, I don't have much candy. So I went with my Shadow-Eyed build, and I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend regular Lapras. Actually, the bulk is definitely very, very nice. Though, if you have a Shadow like me, there's definitely some scenarios where it can pull through. Then Shadow Crobat is where I think the Shadow is kind of important. A regular one would work just fine, but I think the Shadow one, like the extra damage on Poison Fangs, is just quite nice. And this thing just pairs really well with Lapras because it covers for its weakness to grass types and fighting types. Electric types can definitely be a bit of a problem for this core, but they're not that common. Luckily, of course, I'm running the standard moveset on this with Air Slash, Poison Fang and Shadow Ball. And then to cover for those electric types and also another answer to the fighting types, I'm running Roserade. Roserade is a really amazing Pokemon in this meta. I feel like great core breaker with the Weather Ball, Fire and, well, Leaf Storm combo. I'm running, you see Sludge Bomb right here, but I'm actually running Leaf Storm in this team. It has Sludge Bomb right now because I was doing more experimenting yesterday with Sludge Bomb Rose, which I don't think I would recommend, but it is a nice ID. I'm running it as like a safe swap, so there's pivot in this line, and it ended up luring out quite a bit of Charizards. And if you have Sludge Bomb, you can actually win that matchup if you spend an extra shield, which is quite a nice ID, I think. But it didn't really end up working out for me, so probably just go Leaf Storm. So yeah, I really wasn't expecting this team to do that well, but it did so good. I ended up getting only positive sets. I peaked at 3378 rating. And then I did another 3-2 set, and unfortunately it dropped me 4 points, but that was still good enough for the number 22 spots, which is pretty sick. Anyway, enough talking, let's get into these battles. All of these battles, like most of my battles, were done on my Twitch live stream, by the way. In this case, like 2 days ago, so if you want early access on some of these strategies and teams, maybe consider giving me a follow there. Come hang out sometimes. Always good vibes. Anyway, Machamp lead in the first game, and I pull off an insanely quick switch into their muck when I bring in my Roserade. Usually I end up switching into Roserade in this team, but Crobat as a switch would also work just fine. Even though like Rose and Crobat both aren't the best switches though, they have some common hard counters in this meta for sure. Like Rose, so you see the muck right here, I can't deal with this. And also Charizard comes out sometime, and it's not great. But the good thing is Lapras with energy is really, really good. And even though I'm Shadow, I have quite a bit of bulk, so I can just farm this down without having to shield any moves. Hopefully you're gonna see this Dark Pulse is gonna hurt though. Like it does a really good chunk. And I think at this point, if I throw another one, I'm basically dead. But I'm just gonna hope this is an Acid Spray. Honestly, I wasn't counting. I was just hoping it was an Acid Spray. And it is. Acid Spray is 5 energy less, so I'm guessing they just barely got there, luckily. I'm guessing the Machamp comes in, it's gonna throw a Surf right away. And this is where the Shadow does kind of come in useful, I guess, because the Surf will do more damage. Another one would actually kill after this Air Slash. And they bring in Snorlax, and this is quite good for me. Normally Snorlax would outpace my Crobat 2-3 body slams, because it's 12 turns for each Poison Fang. And whilst it's usually also 12 turns for a body slam, the third body slam is actually 11 turns or 11 licks, because of the residual energy. So normally Snorlax would outpace the third move, but in this case it won't, because I have a little bit of energy advantage. The end of no-shooting the first move though makes sense, because of the defense drop, you only wanna shield the later Poison Fangs. I'm gonna get to another move right there, which I will shield up. And at this point I could throw my Poison Fang after one more Air Slash, but I'm just gonna hope I can farm down this Snorlax, which I barely can. I'm pretty sure they died with the body slam right there, so that is beautiful. In comes to Machamp, and at this point it's honestly just over. They end up letting this Poison Fang go through because they know it's just done. I'm almost at the Surf at Lapras as well, so that was just a GG right there. Alright, Poliwrath Lead is absolutely awful. In comes Charizard. And this is where having like Sludge Bomb on Roserade would be quite nice, because when they let it go, which they never shield, I would actually be able to shield this and farm him down. So maybe still consider running that. They lag a little here, and I thought I would get to the Leaf Storm, but they ended up catching up again. That's what I got for trying to take advantage of the lag. I really should have just thrown a Weather Ball, though I don't think it would have killed quite yet, because I would have also gotten one less poison jab in, of course. But yeah, I'm just gonna let this go. The Poliwrath is way more dangerous for my Lapras with the Dynamic Punch than his Blast Burn is. In comes Poliwrath again. I was bringing in Crobat. I think I end up shooting this move just in case it's an Ice Punch Poliwrath. That would really hurt because, of course, it is super effective. Just a Scald, though, which would have also hurt, so I'm fine with that. I throw Poison Fang immediately, which might be a mistake because they're obviously just gonna take the move and dip, right, or shoot up. In this case, they actually took it, which is good. We didn't see the health right there because they basically instant switched. Like when you, if you press the switch button during the time you take a charge move, the visual for your opponent will actually look very weird. So that's actually like a strategy you could use. If you want to, if you don't care that your opponent knows you're swapping, just press the switch right away and they won't know what health you're at, right? So that can help there. Snorlax in the back, not amazing for me. I'm just gonna hope. Actually threw immediately right here, and I won CMP. This is pretty good. I'll just bring in Lapras right here. I'm gonna throw at 3 Ice Shards right before they can get to another Body Slam. Actually, I'm not sure we'll win CMP here. If Lapras wins CMP, I should have thrown another one. In comes the Poliwrath. If I can get 2 serves right here, I might be fine. I go for 1 right there. I threw an alignment and they got their neutral through, which is fine. But it actually is gonna end up losing me the game here because as you see, I have another serve ready. They have 1 Scald and they have another one. Very, very, very close game. Basically came down to 1 fast move right there. Even though I had a terrible lineup, so I'll take that GG to my opponent right there. Obstagoon Lead, terrible. In comes Driflim, absolutely horrible. See, this is what I told you about about Roserade swap. It's not amazing, all right, but it does the job. It does the job, even though you don't usually get switch back. Lapras and Crobat with energy are very, very strong. They throw Icy Wind, and a Leaf Storm, even though it's resistant, actually does much more than the Weather Ball. So that's what I'm throwing right here, and this will actually put him in a range. I'll be able to farm him down. I'm gonna have to use a shield though, which is not ideal, but I think that's worth it. I'm not gonna be able to get much energy off of this Driflim with my Lapras. Oh, and I end up standing still right there. I want the Obstagoon or whatever is in the back to get as little farm as possible. So I let the Driflim almost farm me down, kill him right as I'm at 1 HP. And that gives the Obstagoon way less farm, which is really, really nice. Obstagoon with shield advantage, still not great versus Crobat though. Gonna throw my Poison Fang right away, get those debuffs rolling, make those air slashes do more damage. Actually no shielded, fine with me. Another Night Slash coming through. This will hurt, and it's really gonna depend on what's in the back right now. I end up throwing another Poison Fang right there, and I think they let it go because they have a really good Core Breaker in the back. Yeah, they have a Muck. A Muck runs Thunder Punch, alright? Thunder Punch hurts both my Lapras and my Crobat. I switched instantly right there because I knew I wasn't gonna make it to the Shadow Ball. But in hindsight, I should have probably just Poison Fanged because that would have really powered up my Ice Shards right here. But at this point, it is what it is. I'm already stuck here. So I'm just gonna shield this up. Hope I can get to 2 more serves. But that will be quite close. 1 serve right here. As you can see, usually I don't throw an alignment because most of the time they get moves through. But at this point, my only win con is throwing on alignment to get as much of an advantage as possible. But I would have needed some luck from the game as well to, of course, deny me those moves. And I did get a little lucky on some of them. This time they did get the Poison Jab through. And it's gonna end up being really, really close. Does 1 air slash KO? It barely does. He survive 1 HP. And Crobat takes the game right there. That was pretty insane. Alright, Nidoqueen Lead is what we love to see. Gyarados swap is what we kind of hate to see. And, Gyarados is a very awkward swap, to be honest, for me. I am honestly not really settled on what the appropriate thing here is to do. I just end up switching my Crobat in. But I really need switch advantage now. Because if I don't get switch advantage, my Roserade will be lined up versus the Nidoqueen, which is not a great matchup. They crunch here, I barely knock him out. If I got the buff right there, it would have not been a great time for me, to be honest. Because I would have gone farm down, and then I would have lost switch advantage. But luckily I still have switch advantage in exchange for a shield though. And it's still gonna be rough, because Rose shields down is not amazing, even if it's like a water type. Rose really isn't that great versus water types, even with Leaf Storm. It's more of like a generalist, more of like a poison type slash generalist, to be honest, than a grass type. It ends up being Goon, which is of course pretty bad for Lapras, and well, with shield advantage also not great versus Rose, and they also end up getting the boost, so this is not looking great. Because of that boost, I'm definitely gonna have to shield this one up right here. Not awesome. Now shields down. Wow, man, what do I even do here? Throw another Weather Ball right here. And I'm gonna try to go for another one. But they're gonna throw their move right away. They actually need 5 more counters for their move. And I believe I'm 1 Ice Shard away from the Surf, which I'll just throw immediately. The thing is though, the Nidoqueen has some energy. I actually should have overfarmed 1 more. But luckily they stay in right there. And now I'll be able to outpace the Nidoqueen to the Surf. And since we're both Shadow, I think this knocks out the Nidoqueen. And that's a good game right there. Really, really, really close one. Because they were close to the Earth Power. Alright, Sylveon Lead. Lapras actually not too bad there. But you always just want to instant swap to Rose. Or Crobat, depending on what you prefer. Honestly, both are good options. But I prefer Rose. And I honestly don't have a great reason for it. Other than that, Rose just kind of nukes stuff unexpectedly with Leaf Storm. That is all. But Crobat would be a good swap as well. And Rose in the back would actually be quite solid. Yeah, looking at this again, maybe I should have used Crobat more often as a swap. Just because Rose is an amazing closer. And Crobat is good at closing as well, but Crobat with shields is also still really nice because of the Poison Fang debuffs. Anyway, just switching a Snorlax. And I really should have Leaf Storm that second one. I was expecting them to double shield though. So maybe not the best play. But they're still very low. I can farm this down with Lapras. They throw a move and no shield. Expecting the Body Slam. It is a Body Slam. And now they're probably bring back in the Sylveon. Oh, they're actually bringing Goon. So my Crobat will actually go off here. I'll just throw 1 Surf to get him a little low. They're at the Night Slash right now, which is fine. I'll just catch it on my Crobat. I don't think I'll shield this. Because I want to shield the second one. Just in case they get the boost, you never want to shield the first one. They do end up getting the boost. So I'm definitely going to have to shield this one up. Sylveon also still has some coverage. Like Sylveon's basically full health. They get another freaking boost. Like this is just ridiculous. Sylveon does have a coverage for Crobat and Psyshock. And since they're full health, they'll probably be able to reach it as well. So I didn't want to use both my shields there. And luckily I don't have to. They actually switched out right there. I mean, I would have reached another Poison Fang before they reach another Night Slash, I think. So it makes sense. Switching out with the boost right there. Bringing a Sylveon. Okay, switch on the move right here. And that might have been a mistake. Because I ended up shooting it anyway. Actually, I don't know who wins CMP there. I don't know who wins CMP between Crobat and Sylveon, so this just seemed like the more safer move for me. And since I farmed out to a Surf, I can just throw it onto the Goon, and this should be a GG right there. Very nice, very, very nice. All right, Charizard Lead, I like to see it. In comes Escov, and this was actually one. Oh, this was actually the first game I did with this team. Yeah, the battles are kind of out of order. This was the first battle I did with this team. I saw Escov. Thought, oh, Rose, Weather Ball, and also after the lead, I knew I needed to get rid of my Rose. However, a Crobat is a way better swap here. A way better swap here. But you can still take a Juron with Rose actually, and I can still take the counters as well. Look, I have shield advantage and switch advantage. How could this go wrong? Well, they farm me down with Zard. Oh, that's the first thing, and Blast Burn really hurt my Lapras. So deny, which is not ideal, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna shoot this up. The Dragon Claw bait, really good bait by them. Gonna go throw the Surf out here before they can get to the Blast Burn. This is okay, but I don't want to take a Blast Burn. That is for sure. They throw a move here. I'm definitely gonna shoot this up. Blast Burn would really hurt me. They end up bringing in. But actually, oh yeah, they stay in. I throw a Surf before they can get to another move. And at this point, it's really gonna depend on what's in the back. But it's a Gallade, and I feel very, very safe. I just switch to Crobat. I'm like, the only way I lose this is if they have Synchronize. I'm just gonna throw right away to get the full confusion in. But I don't care. I'm a Crobat dude. I will take this out easy. They have a move. This is Leaf Blade, right? This actually knocks me out. But if I can kill with 1 Ice Shot, which I should, I would have won the game, but survive 1 HP and get to the Leaf Blade. I definitely just threw this game right there. I should have thrown one more Ash Slash before throwing a Poison Fang, and it would have been very, very fine. Well played by my opponent though, because that was a very hard matchup for them. Alright, Toxicroak Lead, very bad. Here comes Lapras, which is not amazing for Rose, but it's alright, because I can one-shot with Leaf Storm. They have to respect it, and they do. And I'm actually gonna take this right there, because I'm expecting a Surf, which wouldn't kill, but this is an Ice Beam. And this is really nice for me. Then it's a Surf, Ice Beam, Lapras, and it can't hurt my Lapras at all. Like, their Lapras can't hurt my Lapras at all, which is really nice. I'll get so much energy here, most likely. I'm just gonna bash right away, I think. Just to get the defense buff early, and now it's time to farm. Now it's just time to farm. This will bring him deep into the red, and I plan to just farm this all the way down. There's Surfs. I will get hit by like 3 or 4 Surfs, but they won't hurt that much. They know I can farm on that, and they don't want to give him me that energy, so actually switching to their Empoleon to take that energy, because it resists all my moves. And I'm very happy with that. I'm very, very happy with that. Because Empoleon is pretty bad for my Crobat. I think Crobat can actually win the ones there, but it requires a bait with Poison Fang. So not ideal. But at this point, this is very, very fine. I just take the drill pack, which does nothing since my attack is... Alright, defense is raised. And they still have the Toxicroak in the back as well, but my Crobat just walls that, right? So at this point, I'm looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Going for another Surf right there. They will have to shoot this up if they want to keep the Empoleon alive, but I'm just gonna let this go, right? They do. Hoping to sweep with their Toxicroak. But at this point, I was bringing Crobat, and yeah, this is game over. I think they have a Surf ready on Lapras, so I don't want to spend both my shields. Surf will definitely do more than a Sludge Bomb from Toxie. Though as you can see, the Sludge Bomb still hurt quite a bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot this up. Even if they have 2 Surfs, which, well, they don't, I'm pretty sure. I have 2 Poison Fangs and a Wind CMP, so I'm just gonna throw the Poison Fang straight away right here. Even if they tapped Surf, they lose the CMP right there, and I'll get the CMP over the second one, if they had it, which I don't think they did. And we farm out Toxicroak now, but then, you know, no, we just lagged a little bit. I thought they were conceding, but no, we just lagged. But yeah, that's game over. Oh man. Goon Lead into a Zard. Again, this is where Sludge Bomb would have helped out. But I tried out, these battles were from 2 days ago, and tried out a different team with Rose Safe Swap yesterday with Sludge for the Zards, and I saw 0 Zards. So yeah, and I had a couple games where Leaf Storm would have been handy. So I would, in general, I would recommend Leaf Storm, but if you want to be real spicy, Sludge might be nice, might be nice. Look how close this still gets. And they have a boatload of energy though. They're just farming down, right? Luckily I get my Ice Shard through here. It's quite nice. So they will only get to 1 move for sure. Or say switch. No, they let go. Crobat, and then they have a Gengar. I am, I win this matchup, straight Poison Fang. The problem is if you go straight Poison Fang, I'm gonna have to go 2 shields down, right? If they like no shoot. If they like low shoot my Poison Fangs, I'm still gonna have to go 2 shields down. So just go straight for the Shadow Ball. I think this is my only win con at the moment. Them letting they go, but they shielded it. Well, my other win con, I think, was them shooting a Poison Fang. But I felt like they were gonna no shoot, because a Poison Fang is very obvious there. But unfortunately, they did shoot it. And at this point, I'm in a terrible spot. I'm just gonna shoot this up right here. Maybe we can still farm this down and throw 8 serves at the Goon to take it out. Well, we need 3 Surfs. Oh no, I have another win con. No, I don't. I was gonna say maybe if they let go, if they let the Skull Bash go, but no. Even if they let it go, I don't think this knocks out. And I'm in a range, or even the Gengar might be able to farm me down. So, but they smartly shield as well. So that's just game over right there. GG's. All right, Swampert Lead. Oh, we desync a little bit at the start. Not ideal. Also, yeah, that's why they get their 8th. They should only get, oh no, they should only get 8 mud shots during my 5 Ice Shards. They got 9 because I lagged the turn at the start. Not amazing, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Shoot up the Earthquake. Luckily, in comes Empoleon. I'm very, very, very excited that they switched in the Empoleon right here, because both of my Pokemon in the back don't do that well versus Empoleon. Like, Rose can basically almost one-shot with Leaf Storm, but the Fasters do no damage, and Crobat, the same deal. Shadow Ball will do a lot, but when it shoots up, their slashes just don't really add up. They also no-shoot my Skull Bash, which is nice, and at this point, the drop X aren't doing anything. They're actually staying in right here, which is also quite interesting. Well, staying in, I mean, there's no shooting stuff, but they actually shoot up this surf, which is okay with me. They shoot up another one. Interesting. At this point, I'll just let Lapras go down. I think... How close is he? I think he's at double, basically. And now he needs 5 more. So I'm really hoping I can kill this Empoleon before he gets 5 more waterfalls. But let's bring in Swampert right away. I know they're close to an Earthquake. Didn't know how close, but I also thought this Weather Ball would basically knock him out after like 1 more Poison Jab. But actually doesn't do shit. They didn't do much. And now this is an Earthquake. This all hurts so much. And I'm very scared this is like triple water, like a Lapras in the back. That would be terrible for me. But it ends up being a... What is it? It's Empoleon. I know they're like 4 away at least, 5 away, so I'm just gonna farm this down. This is really nice. I think that lost them the game, to be honest. Because this Gyarados, one Shadow Ball would not knock out, by the way. One Shadow Ball would not knock out. So I'm gonna go for Poison Fang and then Shadow Ball. Because Poison Fang from this range would also not knock out. But they get to the move right before me. I barely survive. They get the Dragon Breath right here, but I still survived that as well. At 1 HP, Golbat signing off right here. That's the final battle as well. What a way to end it. At 1 HP with a Golbat. I hope you enjoyed these battles. I hope you enjoyed this team. Definitely go give it a go. Very fun team to run in. Very effective too. Anyway, see you all later. Good luck in your battles.